It's Wednesday, the 19th of July, and it's time for an Oroville update in the mighty Luscombe.
After a great 6-day car camping campout road trip with the kids all over Northern California and Southern Oregon, all the way even up to Crater Lake and back, I suffered through 6 hours of community outreach meetings just for you to give you the Reader's Digest version here on today's Oroville Update. I want to especially thank Dave Gutierrez of the DWR for stepping up at these meetings and explaining the latest version of plans for the spillway here at Oroville for the 2017 season. As we learned in the military, flexibility is the key to indecision. Remember, this was a 60% plan going in. We're here on July 20th today. Only a little over 100 days of build time left. How are they going to put this thing together in time? And that secret weapon is going to be the modern-day miracle of roller compacted concrete. Back in April, I was under the impression that we were going to get a structural concrete spillway over the entire length of the spillway by November 1st. But with the realities of the time constraints, plus a little bit of damage caused by recent blasting to the upper portion of the spillway, we've got a clearer picture on the current plan. And to buy themselves some more time, the lake level is going to continue to be dropped all the way down to 700 feet, which is going to upset a lot of the boaters because that will make all of the boat ramps at Oroville inaccessible. But that'll give them another 100 feet of water storage space. More time. Engineers need to balance how much concrete can they realistically lay down this season and meet their goals versus how much concrete can they get in next season without getting themselves into a bind then. So for this season, the plan is to leave the top 730 feet of the original spillway alone. This has been extensively bore tested and found to be in good shape. These graphics of mine are approximate based on Google Earth measurements and taken from my aerial pictures yesterday, the 19th of July. The next 870 feet of the upper spillway is to be removed and replaced with new structural concrete. This section of structural concrete spillway will be built to the design limit, the final design limit of 270,000 CFS. Remember, that's a design limit. That's not what they ever intend to send down this spillway. And if my measurements are somewhat close, it indicates to me that they still have some demolition to do on the upper spillway. Remember, too, this was the section that was impacted by the illegal, if you will, blasting. The lower 350 feet of the spillway will also be replaced with a structural concrete spillway placed on top of these stay-in-place forms and the leveling concrete. The dispersion blocks will remain. And that work is well underway as they repair this spillway from the bottom up. Now the middle 1,050 feet or so of the spillway where the ginormous holes are is going to be only roller compacted concrete, of course on top of leveling concrete. There will be no structural concrete spillway in this section for this season. That will be left till next season. This section of spillway will meet a design limit of 100,000 CFS for the remainder of this season. A structural concrete spillway will be built over this portion next year, bringing the entire spillway up to the design limit of 270,000 CFS. Structural concrete training walls, those vertical walls that corral the water, will be installed for the entire length of this spillway this year. Up next is some DWR footage posted on 18 July. Remember, there are 3 forms of basic concrete we're working with here. First is the leveling concrete. Shown here, that's dropped in with this giant crane and bucket and brought in from off-site. This gets the rough moonscape of the bedrock up to a level surface, and from there you can start the much faster application of roller compacted concrete, which we'll begin to see soon, and it'll roll on much like asphalt on a highway. And of course, the third type of concrete is the structural concrete, which will be the final design of the final spillway with tons of rebar in it. As they pour this leveling concrete, they got to use the vibrators to compact it. More demolition, excavation, and dental work here in the upper spillway. Time is of the essence. The middle section to be filled with RCC. Meanwhile, just as I suspected at the beginning of this disaster, the entire operations manual for the Oroville complex is going to be rewritten as a result of this situation. That's an almost 10-year-long process. They're going through the same process, of course, as they rebuilt Folsom Dam closer to Sacramento. In the meantime, engineers are working on an interim plan to operate the Oroville Reservoir here in the near future and to get us through this construction period. And operate the Oroville Dam and Spillway in a safe and efficient manner and in a way that balances the needs of all the different people impacted by this huge engineering marvel, the keystone of the California water system. Pete, you go move the snake. Don't you hate moving the snake?
What kind do you want?
Just tap him on his tail. Get him to move. Unless he got smushed. Did he get smushed?
No. Don't poke him in the eye.
Just poke him back
You
here.
have to lift him.
Well, let's go. Go.
Woo, there he goes.
Go. That's the way you do it, Pete. Okay, road's clear. You were scared of sleeping because of why? A little bit. You slept like a log all the way till 8 o'clock this morning. What were you thinking? What were you concerned about?
On that. Like those Maxwell.
Yeah, the mats.
Those usually.
Sleeping mats.
No, like those little holding things using maps to know you are and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I scared when you said like that bear thing that breaks down tents.
Oh, you were on the poster back there. There was a poster about a bear
Yeah,
that breaks down tents.
yeah,
Aggressive bear in the area.
yeah.
So that made you a little nervous. Nothing brings a family together like the fear of being eaten by bears in the wilderness. Isn't that right, Pete? No internet here.